Hey guys, welcome back to another Where Wins Week video. So today I just want to go over a very quick farm for timber. I've seen some videos on how to fast timber or how to farm timber very quickly, but I don't think that's the most efficient way. I'm going to teach you the more efficient way, just so that you know. The proof that I have, look at my timber right now. I got 9,100 timber in my bag, and my homestead is already 15,000, which is probably the max right now you can get out on this day because of the time gate and stuff, since we need to wait for 80,000 of these seeds in order for us to upgrade to the level 7. We're still waiting on that. So anyways, let's get to it. So the timber farm that you want to go to is going to be in this location over here. So in order for you to get there, you would get the Gorman's Grove teleport, and then you just go over here. Now once you do that, you're going to place a residence or a house over there so that you could just simply teleport. So look at right here, I zoom in, boom, there's my house. That's my house 1. I teleport instantly to the location, so I don't have to run around to get to this location anymore. Now it is important for this location because you have a lot of timbers. So basically, yeah, you just cut down everything, right? And then once you cut down everything around the area, so right now you're just going to chop all the timber in the area. You don't even have to be exact, so you know, as long as you get some of the majority of the timbers here, you can just refresh it later. So right now I already chopped like a lot of them here. Okay, so once you're done chopping, all you have to do is either go to multiplayer or go to your guild and just return to the base. And then once you do that, you're going to exit the guild base very quickly. So you exit, and then all of the timber should respawn. So this is more efficient because you're not going around running to a different route or anything and, you know, trying to memorize a route. See, all these trees already respawn. Now the even more efficient way is that if you're a PvPer, like every time you're queuing up for PvP, you're going to be chopping these things, and then once you queue up for PvP and you join into the PvP, once you're done with the PvP match, you get back into this instance, and then your trees are up again. So every time you're queuing and you're just chopping trees just idly by, you're maximizing your efficiency. So a lot of people who queue for PvP, they just stand around and just wait. But now, when you're queuing for PvP, you could just keep chopping trees until, you know, you get into a match, and then, you know, after that match, you come back and then you chop again. So as far as how you can get the residence here, right? You just go into you basically have to unlock your homestead stuff. And once you do, you can build a house. So if you go over to your buildings, right? And you select this house over here, and you can just build it into this area, and then you will have a waypoint here. So yeah, that's how you can get it. So again, this is where the chopping tree is over here. So right now, you know, I cleared some of the thing, and I'm going to show you that going to multiplayer can also work as well. But it's just that it takes a little bit of time, because sometimes multiplayer has a lot of people, and then, you know, your loading screens are long. And also you have to like play around with the menus and things like that. So if you want to go back solo, you go here, and then you just teleport back to your house. But I think the guild base is probably a lot more efficient, or even just queuing for PvP. Or also, if you're into your procession forest, you can do that too. And here we go. So see, all the trees are spawned back again. So if you're not queuing for PvP or anything, and or if you are using a rope dart, you can actually chop these things a little bit quicker. Like, I know you can mighty drop, but your endurance will run out very quickly. So you just press Y, or you just hold Y, and then you'll basically clear some of the trees here. It's probably a little faster, in my opinion, than mighty drop. Oh my god, I'm stuck. See, you gotta wait until like all these things clear out. But yeah, just hold Y and you just chop every tree. So yeah, if you're not queuing for anything and you just need timber, you just do this. So yeah, and obviously not only timber is important, but your org as well. Unfortunately, you don't have an infinite farm for the orgs. but they are very easy to come by because if you just go to your map, so if you click on your stone over here and then you'll see all of these stones pop up. This is basically where you can just gather all your ores, and they only spawn daily, so you can't really infinite farm like the timber. But again, it's very easy to do this as long as you have the gather everything. So basically you want to have the horse, which I explained to you before in another video, because it has the ability to gather all the things around it. And then what you want to do is transfer it over to your fleet hoof. So now once you have your fleet hoof, you could just be running around and always spamming the key. So let's just do an example so you kind of know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to get on the fleet hoof. I'm going to press my special button, and I already gathered all the ores around. Okay, and basically you have to be waiting for the cooldown rather than the orgs themselves. So this is how you just gather everything. So that way you don't have to like pick up every org one by one. And if you do see it, you can just pick it up while you're on cooldown. But most of the time, you know, you want to just like stay in the bulky ones. So there's 8 over here, so I just gather all of them. And then yeah, just move on to the next. So look at all of the orgs. You just find the most bulk that is surrounded, and you just go to that place and then use the special action key, and then you'll get it. So yeah. Now, okay, so basically you want to know what food that you want to use when doing these gathering. So I'm using the 7 grains kanji for the logging, and I'm also using chicken noodles for the mining, because I believe when you're gathering orgs on the floor and not really like smashing rocks or anything like that, that's not considered mining. So I think it goes with herb gathering. I kind of tested it. So when I activated the mining one and gathered the orgs, I didn't get any like +2 or anything like that for org gathering. But then when I activated the herb gathering, I got +2 orgs. So I believe that the chicken noodle goes for the orgs that you don't need to like, you know, hit or anything like that. So as far as where I get these foods, you're gonna go to, for the logging one, you're basically gonna go to this Grand Imperial temple. Oh, but for people who really don't understand where this is, I'm gonna zoom out a little so you know exactly where it is, and there you go. And just want to be a little bit thorough because there are new players coming in all the time. So now you want to go to this location over here, and that's where the food vendor will be. So while you're, you know, running, you might as well just try to gather anything if there is. So his name is Shanren. So here you go. Let's have a taste. And basically, you just buy 10 of the lower one, and then you can get the level 2. So this is where you buy the 7 greens kanji. Now, where do you get the chicken noodle soup? You basically go to Forsaken Quarter, and you want to check this little chest area right there. So that's where you want to go. And then you'll see the food stall guy, and he will sell you the chicken noodle over here. Okay, so that's where you get your chicken noodles, and those are your food buffs you want to have during your little excavation. Alright, so that's it for today. Let me know if you have any extra questions on the comments down below. If you liked the video, please like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.